Hey everyone, my name is Shannon, and I'm here to talk to you about bullying because it's a very important issue to me, and I want to tell the world my 2 cents about this topic in hopes that it will help a couple people. My really bad experience with bullying was in middle school or junior high. I felt like I was the only one, and oftentimes that's how victims feel when we're bullied, because when we're targeted, we feel very small. In turn, that can give us the outlook or mindset, or at least it did for me, that everyone has a reason to turn on you, make fun of you, or desert you. Some of us are more obvious targets because of how we look, how we dress, or weird quirks, but some of us appear fairly normal to our peers as well. And I mean, it could just be because we're too soft-hearted or too kind. Maybe we're just not confrontational, and that makes us an easy target. When I was bullied, I definitely did not have a backbone. And I couldn't really hold my own, and I guess my peers realized that pretty quickly and capitalized on it. I'm not saying that was the only reason, because I mean, I was a pretty weird kid, but I like to think that most of the time I was pretty nice despite my slightly depressive exterior. The issue I'm trying to bring forward is the fact that some of us perceive certain things that others do very personally. And for me, that was social anxiety. I definitely didn't realize that I had it at the time, but now looking back, it's pretty obvious. For one, I had a really low self-esteem, and I always dwelled on my weaknesses rather than my strengths. I thought that being nice was a bad thing. I created my rough exterior in hopes that I would possibly change others' perception of me. I was also really cautious and anxious around groups of people especially. I couldn't leave situations where I was in a circle of people until everyone else was gone. I had to be there until the very end in order to make sure that no one else talked about me when I left. I can't explain why I was like that. I just couldn't help it, because I guess I was just so aware of my surroundings, or too aware even. I also overanalyzed people's gestures and actions to the point that if someone glanced, bumped, or even just laughed in my direction, I thought that it was absolutely about me. I was certain that it was making fun of me. In order to remedy the bullying I went through, I turned to self-harm. Because the pain I was experiencing in school was emotional, I found that being physically hurt was an escape. It gave me an excuse to stop worrying about what I was going through in school and just focus on the pain I felt at that very specific moment. I admit that it was a very hard habit to quit because it was my escape for almost 3 years. And I thought, why should I stop if it helps? But after I quit, I realized that self-harm was just an excuse for me not to talk to anyone about it, because I would bottle up all my emotions, and I would feel that after I felt the pain, it was just gone. However, because of this, I constantly scrutinized myself, and it drove me into a deeper state of depression. I want to stress the fact that finding someone to confide in is absolutely crucial for anyone going through a difficult time. Once you find that person, hold on and don't let go. Whether they're a friend, a parent, someone online, or however you find them, once you find that person, stay with them, because they are one of the most valuable people you will ever meet. I still have friends from that time, one in particular from my junior high experiences. And I mean, we don't talk much now, but we'll always be close and we'll always have that connection because I went through so much with him. Dealing with bullying is another completely different issue. I just hope that the input I gave will help put another perspective on the many that are out there. And hopefully what I say will help at least one other person deal with their issues and get through it. Bullying in schools is difficult because children are so easily impressionable and moldable. It's hard to identify concrete situations with bullying because when you're dealing with people who have social anxiety like me, we're very sensitive to our surroundings. For us, we might think we're getting bullied all the time. In order to stop bullying, I don't think we can just talk to the bullies or the victims. We have to include everyone. We have to include the bullies because I know that everyone gets bullied. And for them, it might be at home, it might be with friends outside of that situation, and maybe they're just they're a different kind of person than I was with social anxiety. So they take out their frustrations on other kids. We have to deal with the victims as well, let them know that they're not alone, and be a constant shoulder to cry on. No matter what facet, you can do that. And we also have to approach the bystanders as well, because they know that they can go help someone, but sometimes they're just too afraid. They're afraid that the bully will approach them too. And we just need to raise the awareness that everyone can help, and if everyone does, it will eventually get better. With this video, I wanted to raise awareness in whatever way possible that I could. And I hope that I achieved that, and I hope that I got through to one or two people out there. And I hope that you'll also help me, bullies, victims, everyone on the path to eradicate bullying. And I think I've said everything I want to say, so have a good one.